It's Financial Literacy Month. Yay! Research shows that students who learn about money at a younger age will be better off managing their money when they become adults. You see, they're going to realize and understand that buying their first car is not necessarily classified as an investment, and taking your first paycheck and pocketing that money is not the same as a savings account. And all the other things that you can learn about managing your money. Let's talk about it in the Teacher's Lounge. Money, 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 money. Money. Yes, it's April, Financial Literacy Month, and we are going to be talking about finances for the entire month of April. You see, the Council for Economic Education released a survey back in 2020, and that survey gave the results about financial literacy in the classes that are taught in schools. And even though we're getting better, we still have a lot of work to do. That report came out and it said that 21 states are now requiring financial literacy as a course to graduate. Yes, you need that course to graduate. And that was from CNBC. And high school students in 21 states must now take personal finance course in order to graduate as well. And that was reported by the New York Times. And so we are picking up on this. It is one of those things that our students need to know and understand money whenever they graduate, right? Because some go different paths. Some of our students go straight to work. Some go pick up a trade. Some go to college. But either way, think about your experience when you graduated with money. Were there some tools that you wish you had learned at a younger age that you're thinking now, darn, if I would have only done that when I was 18 and 19. And so that's why financial literacy is so important. You have now states that include personal finance. It's embedded in the curriculum standards. So what does that mean? That means at some point from K through 12, the students will hear about financial literacy and they will understand some portion of financial management. But that does not mean it's a standalone course. And I am an advocate for standalone financial literacy, financial management, personal finance classes. I think that should be in the high schools and it should be a requirement for graduation. So come on, let's make that a movement within your school district, within your state. There are a lot of things that you can do this month to celebrate Financial Literacy Month. I am going to put a ton of resources in the show notes, things that I've used personally that I'm going to share today, and things that I found while I was doing my research. And I'm like, oh, we're doing that. But just to tell you my story on financial literacy, the classes that I teach are not financial literacy classes, but I do embed financial literacy in my curriculum because I think it's important. And with one of my classes, which is my entrepreneurship class, I usually try to hook them, right? And so I start off with a video that I share with my students. And it is a story of an African-American boy who I want to say he might have been in maybe the 8th or 9th grade. And he used to buy a lot of products. He used to buy a lot of clothes and shoes, Nikes, Adidas, all the name brands. And then his mother decided to say, we're not doing this anymore. We're going to become investors in these companies that we're buying from constantly. And so him and his mother took the journey together to learn about finances. And so my students love that. They see this young man, he looks like them, and so they love hearing the story. Well, then he ended up growing his portfolio and became, by the time he graduated high school, he made thousands and thousands of dollars. My students love the story because the student looked like him. He did the same things. He was into basketball, into fashion, had friends. And so after I play that, I kind of hook them and they're like, well, Miss Thompson, how can we do this? And so once I hook them and we get to play certain games like the stock market game and things like that. And so then I reel them in and I also teach them about finance and savings and checking accounts and a debit card. And then I get in a little deeper with my students as far as trying to figure out, are you guys saving? A lot of my students, they work. What are you doing with your check? Do you put some away? Are you saving 10%? And then giving them the resources to see how and why that's important, right? And making sure that they understand why they should have a savings account. So those are the things that you can do to kind of let it stand out, make it relate to them, and they will love to hear it. There are other things that I use, like a game called Financial Football. The boys, they love it. It is a game that you use. They get to pick their football team, and there's all kinds of financial concepts in the game, and that's how you win, by understanding the financial concepts, and that's how you get to move forward. I'll put that in a link as well. The beauty of Financial Football is that Visa put this resource together, and they have an entire curriculum and lessons and activities that match the game, so you can supplement your curriculum with this financial literacy course. And so you can use it during Financial Literacy Month. If it's advisement classes and you want to do something like that, this is an opportunity for you to share with your students. You can make it fun, make it a contest for PBIS, and allow students to maybe get incentives for learning something about Financial Literacy Month as well. There's another resource that I'm going to put in the show notes, where this company has put together something for K through 12th grade, resources for teachers, lesson plans, videos, and all of that stuff, because I want you to be able to access this and have it and have fun with it. You don't have to put together a lot of things for Financial Literacy Month. A lot of it has already been created and ready for you to use, print, upload, scan, whatever it is you need to do. But just make this a movement within your schools, within your communities. I was able to share it with our staff, resources for not only the students, but also for educators. It's really important for us to make sure that our kids have a solid foundation. And sometimes, parents may not be able to do that and give them that information. And so when they come to school, they're there to learn. And so you can provide them with some information that will help them in the future. So use the resources, look at the show notes, have fun with it, and keep thriving people, right? I have some resources on my website as well that you can use for Financial Literacy Month. We are going through a transition with the company. We're doing some rebranding, and I'm going to tell you about that pretty soon, rolling out some new stuff. But my website is in the show notes as well. You can check out some of the links that you can use for Financial Literacy Month. Have fun, and make sure the topic this month is money, 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 money. See you next time in the Teacher's Lounge.